In this video we're going to have a look at the differences between live and theatre mode on the QuickQ console. So from the home screen, if we go to menu and settings, you'll see you've got two options in the settings here, live and theatre mode. I've pre-recorded on my playback one here a chase, where I've got a 3-step chase with 3 different cues, like so. When you're in live mode, as soon as you record more than one cue onto a playback, it does turn it into a chase. If you press and hold on the legend above, like so, opens up your cue stack or chase window. We'd normally have your chase options, speed, direction and so on. If you select the menu bar at the top, you can select change to cue stack, and this turns this cue stack into a more theatrical style stack of cues now. So now to step through my cues, I use my play button like so. When you're in live mode, your default fade timer is at 0 seconds. You can easily add fade timers onto cues by just clicking on the fade box there and adding in a fade time like so. So I can go ahead and put some fade times on my cues like so. Now when I step through my cues, you'll see it fades with that time. Changing from live to theatre mode changes a couple of different options and how these cue stacks respond. So if I now go to settings and change into theatre mode, the first change you'll notice is that your playback 2 fader is now a crossfader for your first cue stack. It does also change 3 other settings, one of those being that it now enables what we call move when dark. So as I now run that cue stack and then wait and step into my second cue like so, you'll see the lights already come on in their position preloaded, and as I go to my second cue, you'll notice in the visualizer there my third cue, because the lights have gone to 0 intensity, preloading like so, so you don't see the wipe of all the fixtures getting in position or changing colour. The other thing you'll notice is that when I bring the playback down, it doesn't automatically release the playback. What that means is those fixtures are still held in that colour and position like so. So if I grab my spots and switch them on, you'll see they are still in the last used position there. They haven't gone back to their default value. The third thing that being in theatre mode also changes is it changes the default 3-second fade for any new cues recorded. So if I select my fixtures here, switch them on, let's say put a colour in, record onto the cue stack here, clear my programmer, open up the cue stack, you'll notice it's already got a default 3-second fade time. If I was in live mode, it wouldn't have had that 3-second fade. We can look at what happens if we go back to live mode again, and you can flip these settings at any point. So I can change back to live mode, you'll see I've now got cue stack and I can use this as a separate playback again now. If I now activate this cue stack here, move when dark is no longer enabled, so when I select and go to my second cue, you can see you do see the lights wipe and move into their position. The same as I go to the next cue, you'll see the lights wipe and move into position. They haven't preloaded like that happens in theatre mode. The preload in theatre mode will only happen if the fixture's intensity is at 0% or not included in that cue. If it's anything above 0, they won't preload. So that's the differences between live mode and theatre mode on the QuickQ series consoles.